Welcome to my channel, HD Rare Coins 111. In this video I tell you about the United States of America Washington quarter dollar, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. The world of coin collecting is a thrilling realm where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary, and even the most common pieces of currency can hold hidden treasures. One such piece that has garnered significant attention in the numismatic world is the 1965 Washington quarter. Now, at first glance, this may seem like just another quarter from the 1960s, but when you dive deeper into its history and the rare qualities it can possess, you'll quickly realize that this coin has far more value than its face value suggests. In 1965, the United States was in the midst of significant change. The country was grappling with political and social upheaval, and the coinage system itself was undergoing a major transformation. The year 1965 marked the first time the U.S. Mint removed silver from its quarters and other coins, making it a pivotal moment in American coinage. Prior to this, quarters were made of 90% silver. However, due to the rising price of silver and a shortage of the metal, the Mint decided to switch to a copper-nickel-clad composition, resulting in a coin that was lighter and less valuable in terms of precious metal content. This shift made the 1965 Washington quarter unique, as it was the first year that the iconic quarter was no longer composed primarily of silver. At the time, the new composition was a major change, and many people didn't fully grasp the significance of what they were holding. Fast forward to today, and this very change has made the 1965 Washington quarter one of the most sought-after coins among collectors, especially those with rare characteristics or errors. Now, it's important to note that most of the 1965 quarters are fairly common, and their value is generally close to face value, which is 25 cents. However, as is often the case in the world of coin collecting, there are certain factors that can dramatically increase the value of a coin. One of the primary factors is the presence of errors or unique characteristics that make a coin stand out from the rest. One of the rarest variations of the 1965 Washington quarter is the double die error. This is where the design is struck multiple times, creating a noticeable doubling effect in certain areas of the coin. The most common location for this error to appear is on the lettering of the word Liberty and the date 1965, which can appear more than once, causing a distorted and somewhat blurry look to the inscription. These coins are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors, making them immensely valuable. Another reason the 1965 Washington quarter has such appeal among numismatists is the relatively low mintage compared to some other years. While the Mint produced millions of these quarters in 1965, the fact that the composition changed that year adds a level of rarity and uniqueness to the coin. There are also specific, full torch versions of the 1965 quarter, where the lines in the torch on the reverse side of the coin are perfectly clear and sharp. These examples, when found in mint condition, are highly prized. Additionally, the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in its value. A coin that has been well preserved, free from scratches, tarnishing, or heavy wear, will always fetch a much higher price than one that has been heavily circulated. The higher the grade a coin receives, the more valuable it becomes. Coins that have been graded MS65 or higher are considered to be in excellent condition and can command significant premiums. So, what exactly are we talking about when it comes to the value of a 1965 Washington quarter? While most of these quarters are worth no more than their face value, some examples, particularly those with rare errors or in near-perfect condition, have sold for impressive sums. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that stand out from the rest, and in the case of the 1965 Washington quarter, there are a few rare specimens that have garnered attention for their extreme value. If you are lucky enough to find a 1965 Washington quarter that's in mint condition or has one of these rare errors, you could be holding a coin that's worth a lot more than just 25 cents. Coins like these have been known to fetch incredible amounts at auction, with the most valuable examples reaching eye-popping prices. In fact, the most sought-after 1965 Washington quarters have been sold for as much as $88,000. Yes, that's right, $88,000. It's astounding to think that a simple quarter from 1965, which many of us would never give a second thought, could be worth such an incredible sum. But for those who understand the world of coin collecting, the value of a rare, error-free, or mint-condition 1965 Washington quarter is undeniable. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or someone who's just starting to explore the world of coin collecting, the 1965 Washington quarter serves as a reminder that even the most ordinary items can hold extraordinary value when you know what to look for. So, the next time you're flipping through your change or browsing through your collection, take a moment to inspect those 1965 Washington quarters closely. You might just have a coin that's worth far more than you ever imagine, waiting for its time to shine on the collector's market. Top 2. The world of coin collecting is filled with hidden gems and remarkable finds, and among the many coins that have captured the imagination of collectors, one that often flies under the radar is the 1967 Washington quarter. On the surface, it may seem like just another coin from the 1960s, but as many collectors know, some coins hold incredible value, and the 1967 Washington quarter is one of those coins. Released as part of the ongoing Washington quarter series, the 1967 coin holds significance in its own right. While the 1960s were a time of great social and political upheaval in the United States, they also marked important changes in American coinage. After the U.S. Mint removed silver from most of its coins in 1965, the quarters were made with a copper-nickel clad composition, marking a departure from the previous 90% silver content. This change impacted the value of the coins in terms of their precious metal content, but for collectors, it became a new chapter in the story of American numismatics. The 1967 Washington quarter is particularly intriguing because, like many coins from this era, there were unique circumstances surrounding its minting that have made it a sought-after piece for collectors. Most of the 1967 quarters were struck with the copper-nickel clad composition, and they were produced in large numbers. Millions of them circulated across the United States. For the casual observer, these coins might seem like just a regular quarter, with the familiar image of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. However, some of these quarters have unique characteristics or errors that can make them exceptionally valuable. One of the most significant factors that can affect the value of a 1967 Washington quarter is its condition. As is the case with most collectible coins, the better the condition, the more valuable the coin. A quarter that has been well preserved, free from damage, wear, and discoloration, can command a much higher price than one that has been used in everyday circulation. The grading system for coins takes into account not just the wear and tear on a coin, but also its overall appearance, sharpness of design, and luster. Coins that are graded in mint state, meaning they are in almost perfect condition, can see their value increase dramatically. However, it's not just the condition of the coin that makes the 1967 Washington quarter valuable. There are certain errors that have been discovered in the minting process of this coin, and these errors can turn an ordinary quarter into an extraordinary find. One of the most common types of errors is the double die variety, where the coin's design is struck twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect in the lettering and sometimes the design. On a 1967 quarter, this could occur on the word Liberty or the date 1967. The doubling can be subtle but noticeable enough to increase the coin's rarity and appeal. Another error that has been found on the 1967 Washington quarter involves the coin's striking process. Some quarters were struck with an off-center die, meaning the design was not fully aligned on the coin. This could create an irregular or incomplete image, which adds to the coin's uniqueness. Coins with these kinds of errors are highly coveted by collectors, and they often fetch far higher prices than their flawless counterparts. In addition to errors, there are other factors that can influence the value of a 1967 Washington quarter. The overall rarity of the coin plays a role, as does its demand in the market. Even without errors, the 1967 Washington quarter is a part of the larger historical narrative of American coinage, and for collectors, owning a piece of this history holds immense value. Now, you might be wondering just how much a 1967 Washington quarter could be worth. While most of these quarters are still worth their face value of 25 cents, certain rare versions, especially those with errors or in pristine condition, can command significant sums. In fact, some of the most sought-after 1967 Washington quarters have been sold for eye-popping prices. If you happen to find one of these rare coins in your collection, you could be in for a real surprise. In some cases, the most valuable 1967 Washington quarters have sold for an astonishing price of $81,000. Yes, that's right, $81,000. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could fetch such a hefty amount. It's a reminder that even coins that were once thought to be commonplace or low in value can, with the right combination of rarity, condition, and error, become incredibly valuable treasures. For those who are interested in coin collecting or are just starting to explore the world of numismatics, the 1967 Washington quarter is a fascinating example of how a simple piece of currency can hold immense value. Whether you are searching for rare errors, hoping to find a perfectly preserved coin, or simply enjoying the thrill of the hunt, The 1967 Washington quarter is one that every collector should be on the lookout for. So, the next time you come across a 1967 Washington quarter, take a closer look. You never know, you might just be holding onto a coin that's worth far more than its face value, and in some cases, it could even make you a small fortune. Top 3. In the fascinating world of coin collecting, there are certain years and specific coins that stand out as true treasures. Among these, the 1974 Washington quarter holds a special place. While most of us think of the quarter as just another piece of pocket change, this particular coin has captured the interest of collectors and enthusiasts alike, especially when it comes to rare varieties and certain qualities that set it apart from the rest. Released as part of the Washington Quarter series, the 1974 coin represents a year that's often remembered for its unique position in the history of U.S. coinage. By this time, the country had fully transitioned to the copper-nickel clad composition that replaced the earlier silver coins, beginning in 1965. This shift in the mint's production process meant that quarters, along with other denominations, were no longer made with precious metals like silver. While this made the coins more affordable to produce, it also changed the way collectors viewed certain years and specific issues. The 1974 Washington quarter is part of this era of copper-nickel clad coins, and to the casual observer, it might appear to be just another regular quarter. Featuring the classic image of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, the coin is familiar and unassuming. However, much like in the world of fine art or vintage cars, it's the small details that can make all the difference in the world when it comes to value. It's not just the year or the design of the coin that matters, it's the condition, the rarity, and any potential minting errors that can elevate a coin's worth. One of the factors that make the 1974 Washington quarter so intriguing to collectors is the possibility of errors or unique variations in the minting process. As with many other years, some of the 1974 quarters were struck with imperfections, and these errors can cause the value of the coin to increase dramatically. One such error is the famous double die variety, where the coin's design was struck multiple times, causing a doubling effect in certain areas of the coin. This could result in noticeable doubling of the lettering on the obverse or reverse, which many collectors consider a rare and desirable feature. The Liberty inscription and the date, 1974, are common areas for this error to appear, and if you find one with these characteristics, you might just have a valuable coin on your hands. Another rare and valuable aspect of the 1974 Washington quarter is the potential for a misstruck coin. Some of the 1974 quarters were produced with off-center strikes, meaning the design was misaligned during the minting process. This results in coins with images that are incomplete or skewed to one side, making them stand out from the rest of the series. Off-center strikes are particularly popular with collectors because they are unique and create coins that can't be replicated. These coins may have imperfections, but that's exactly what makes them special. For collectors who appreciate rarity, an off-center strike or other minting errors can significantly increase the value of a coin like the 1974 Washington quarter. But it's not just about errors or rare characteristics. Condition is paramount in the world of coin collecting. A quarter that has been well preserved, free from damage, tarnish, or excessive wear, is much more valuable than a coin that's been heavily circulated. Coins that are graded as mint state, or proof, are considered to be in exceptional condition and can command much higher prices. A 1974 Washington quarter that has been kept in pristine condition, showing no signs of handling or deterioration, will fetch a much higher price than one that has been scratched or worn down by years of circulation. So, how much could a 1974 Washington quarter be worth? The answer depends on several factors, including its rarity, condition, and any errors or unique characteristics it may have. While most of the 1974 Washington quarters are worth only face value, 25 cents, certain rare examples can be sold for significant amounts. A coin that is in perfect condition or has a particularly rare error can fetch far more than its nominal value, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for such rare finds. In fact, the most valuable 1974 Washington quarters, those that are in exceptional condition or feature a rare error, have been known to sell for as much as $72,000. Yes, that's right, $72,000. This kind of value for a quarter is astonishing, but it's a testament to the rare combination of factors that can make a coin like the 1974 Washington quarter an absolute treasure. Imagine holding a simple quarter in your hand, and knowing that it could be worth a fortune. That's the allure of coin collecting. What might seem like a mundane piece of currency can, in the right circumstances, become a rare and highly valuable collectible. The 1974 Washington quarter is a perfect example of how a simple coin can hold immense potential for those who are willing to take the time to inspect it closely, understand its value, and appreciate its rarity. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with a passing interest in coins, the 1974 Washington quarter serves as a reminder that sometimes the true value of an item isn't always immediately obvious. A little research, a keen eye, and an understanding of what makes certain coins rare can lead to discoveries that can change your financial future. So, the next time you come across a 1974 Washington quarter, take a moment to examine it carefully. You might just be holding a coin that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Top 4. The world of coin collecting is a treasure hunt filled with unexpected surprises, and one of the most intriguing finds in this hobby is the 1979 Washington quarter. At first glance, this might seem like just another regular coin, but when you dig a little deeper, you'll discover that this particular quarter holds remarkable potential. What makes the 1979 Washington quarter so special? It's not just the design or the year, but the rare combinations of factors that can turn this seemingly ordinary coin into something truly extraordinary. Released as part of the ongoing Washington quarter series, the 1979 Washington quarter may appear to be just like any other coin. Featuring George Washington's portrait on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, it looks like the standard quarter that has circulated through American hands for decades. However, in the world of coin collecting, even the most ordinary-looking coins can be hiding something valuable, sometimes due to rare minting errors, a unique combination of features, or simply because they've been exceptionally well-preserved. In 1979, the U.S. Mint produced a relatively large number of Washington quarters. But it was also a time when collectors were paying close attention to the coins that were being produced. The Washington quarter series, which began in 1932, had already undergone a few changes by 1979. The design remained the same, but the coins were made from a clad copper-nickel composition, which had replaced the silver content in the earlier years. While this change didn't make the coins more valuable in terms of their metal content, it did affect the overall desirability of the quarters in the numismatic world, especially for collectors who focused on acquiring coins from specific years or unique variations. Now, the 1979 Washington quarter is particularly interesting because, like many coins from this era, it is prone to certain types of errors or unique features that can greatly increase its value. Error coins, in particular, are highly coveted by collectors because they're rare, unusual, and often impossible to replicate. One of the most notable errors found on the 1979 Washington quarter is the doubled die variety. This occurs when a coin is struck multiple times, resulting in a doubling of the design, particularly noticeable in the letters and numbers. On a 1979 quarter, you might see the word Liberty, or the year 1979, appear doubled, which makes the coin a rare and highly sought-after find. Another type of error that has been found on the 1979 Washington quarter is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin's design is misaligned during the minting process, resulting in a coin that has a distorted image. This could be something as subtle as a slight shift in the design, or in rarer cases, the design could be so off-center that a portion of the image is completely missing. Such mistakes are incredibly rare and make for a one-of-a-kind coin. These errors tend to attract the attention of serious collectors, who are willing to pay top dollar for them. Aside from errors, the condition of the coin is a major determining factor in its value. As with most collectible items, the better the condition, the more valuable the piece. A coin that has been well preserved, free from damage, tarnishing, or significant wear, will be far more valuable than one that has been heavily circulated. Coins that are graded in mint state, meaning they show no signs of wear and retain their original luster, are the most desirable to collectors. When it comes to the 1979 Washington quarter, a coin in near-perfect condition can fetch a higher price than most would expect. Given the interest in this particular year and the potential for valuable errors, the 1979 Washington quarter has become a coin that collectors keep an eye out for. Whether it's an example with an error, an unusually well-preserved coin, or simply one that's harder to come by, there's no denying that this particular coin can have significant value. You might be wondering exactly how much a 1979 Washington quarter could be worth. The truth is, while most of these quarters are still worth their face value, just 25 cents, certain rare versions of the coin can command impressive sums. If you happen to find a 1979 Washington quarter with one of those rare minting errors, or if the coin is in exceptional condition, it could be worth a lot more than you might expect. In fact, some of the most valuable 1979 Washington quarters have been sold for as much as $64,000. Yes, that's right, $64,000. This is a remarkable amount for a coin that most people would overlook or dismiss as ordinary. It goes to show that in the world of coin collecting, rarity and condition truly do matter, and even a simple quarter can turn into a highly valuable collectible. So, next time you find a 1979 Washington quarter in your pocket, take a moment to inspect it closely. Is there any sign of doubling on the design? Is the coin in pristine condition? Or perhaps you notice something unusual in the minting process? You never know, you might be holding onto a coin that could one day be worth far more than just 25 cents. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual hobbyist, the 1979 Washington quarter is a reminder that treasures are often hiding in plain sight, and sometimes, a little bit of knowledge and curiosity can lead to finding something truly valuable. Top 5. When it comes to coin collecting, most people don't expect to find big treasures in their spare change, especially when it comes to modern coins. However, the 1993 Washington quarter is one coin that has managed to catch the attention of serious collectors, and for a good reason. While it may seem like a relatively recent coin, the 1993 Washington quarter has certain qualities that make it stand out in the world of numismatics. What's more, some of these quarters can fetch amounts far beyond their face value, with certain rare examples being worth thousands of dollars. So, let's dive into the fascinating world of the 1993 Washington quarter and uncover what makes it so valuable. First, let's talk about the basic details of the 1993 Washington quarter. Released by the United States Mint as part of the ongoing series that began in 1932, the 1993 quarter features the familiar image of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. However, as part of the ongoing design of U.S. coinage, this particular quarter is a clad copper-nickel coin, meaning it is made from a mix of copper and nickel, not the silver that was once part of its composition. This shift in metal content, which began in the mid-1960s, is an important detail because it marked a significant change in American coinage, and it's something that collectors keep in mind when evaluating the value of these coins. At first glance, a 1993 Washington quarter may appear to be just another coin that you could easily find in your pocket or at the store. But like many coins, its true worth comes from a combination of factors: its rarity, its condition, and any special characteristics or errors that might make it unique. One of the most important things to keep in mind when it comes to coin collecting is that, even in the world of modern coins, errors can significantly boost a coin's value. And the 1993 Washington quarter is no exception. As is often the case with coins, errors in the minting process can result in incredibly valuable pieces. Whether it's a misstruck design, a double die, or an off-center strike, mistakes made at the mint can make a coin extremely rare and, therefore, highly valuable. Some of the most sought-after 1993 Washington quarters are those that were struck with a double die error. This is when the design is struck twice, resulting in noticeable doubling of the inscriptions, particularly the word Liberty or the date 1993. These coins are considered to be much rarer than regular quarters, and their value can increase dramatically because of the error. For collectors, finding one of these double die errors can be like finding a hidden gem. In addition to double die errors, the 1993 Washington quarter is also known to have been struck with off-center errors. These occur when the coin's design is not aligned correctly during the minting process, leading to a coin that's not properly centered. This can create unique designs with portions of the image cut off or misaligned. These off-center strikes are rare and are highly valued by collectors who are looking for something truly unique. The more pronounced the off-center error, the more valuable the coin becomes. Another important factor that can influence the value of a 1993 Washington quarter is its condition. Just like with other collectible items, the better the condition, the more a coin is worth. A quarter that has been well preserved, free from scratches, tarnishing, or other signs of wear, is far more valuable than one that's been circulated heavily. The condition of a coin is graded on a scale, and coins that are in mint state, meaning they have no visible signs of wear and retain their original luster, are the most desirable to collectors. If you happen to find a 1993 Washington quarter in mint condition, it will likely be worth more than a quarter that has been in circulation for years and shows signs of damage. But now, you might be wondering, how much could a 1993 Washington quarter actually be worth? After all, it was minted just a few decades ago, so it might not seem like it could fetch a high price. However, the value of a 1993 Washington quarter, particularly one with rare errors or in excellent condition, can surprise you. While most of the 1993 Washington quarters are worth no more than their face value, some of these rare pieces have sold for impressive sums. For example, if you happen to find a 1993 Washington quarter with a double die error, or if it's in pristine condition, it could sell for a whopping $43,000. That's right, $43,000. It's amazing to think that a coin that was once circulated in everyday transactions could be worth so much. But in the world of coin collecting, rare mistakes and perfect conditions are highly valued, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for such finds. So, next time you're sorting through your spare change or looking through a coin jar, take a moment to inspect any 1993 Washington quarters you come across. Could one of them have an error? Is it in mint condition? If you happen to find a rare variation, you could be holding on to something worth a lot more than just 25 cents. While not every 1993 Washington quarter will make you a small fortune, some of them have been known to fetch astronomical prices in the right circumstances. Coin collecting is a world full of surprises, and with a little bit of luck, you might just uncover a hidden gem of your own.